It is Saturday, January 27th, 2024, 10 a.m. Central Time, just past that, actually. And we got some games to talk about. I want to go ahead and get it out. I got to work later today, got to work tomorrow. I won't be live for the games. Actually, am I working tomorrow? I don't know. I probably won't be live for the games. If I'm home, um, I've what is there? There's like a worship night at my church. So I think I'm going to go to that. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk some football. That's what everyone's here for, right? If you're watching this back, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We got a couple people watching right now. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment uh, in the comment section. If you're watching live, you can chat with myself in the live chat. But we want to look at what CBS puts out here 2024 NFL Conference Title Game bold predictions. Patrick Mahomes, Brock Purdy struggle with different results. They also put something out ranking the X Factors in the Chiefs Ravens AFC Championship game. And I want to try to find some other stuff too as well, but that's at least two articles we could go off of to get started. I think that would be really, really good. And I have some notes for myself personally, talking about, you look at the Ravens having the number one defense in the NFL this season practically all year long. Kyle Hamilton, the safety, is number 14, who was drafted out of, I want to say, Notre Dame a couple of seasons ago. They got Roquan Smith out of Georgia, who's really, really good. Um, and of course, we all know about the quarterback matchup in Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. I really believe that is the storyline for the AFC title. As far as the as far as the 49ers and the Lions, I don't know. I guess the storyline could be the 49ers defense against the guys up front for Detroit. They've had a strong offensive line for Detroit. I want to say Frank Ragnow, the center, and he really leads that group. So I don't have the whole offensive line pulled up in front of me, just to let you know that. But I do think they've had a good offensive line game this year that's helped Jared Goff perform to the best of his ability. And he's gone out there every single week, except the bye week. Let's be clear, right? But he's gone out there every single week, and I think he's just lit up the floor. And I think he's dominated in the passing game. He's good with his legs. I think he's got a lot of, um, you know, a lot of potential even going forward. And it's one of those things when you look at the Lions, man. Let's talk about the Lions for a second, because that's a team that we expected to kind of at the start of this. Like, nobody's picking the Lions upright, like straight up. No one's picking the Lions to make the playoffs right out the gate. They're cursed on Thanksgiving. They're not the best of organizations in terms of what they have. But you look at what they were able to pick up in Brian Branch on defense for Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell from Iowa, Sam Laporta from Iowa. They picked up a backup quarterback in Hendon Hooker. They got some guys. They got some talent on that roster. David Montgomery, too, has over 1,000 yards rushing, and they throw the ball most of the time. You have a 4,000-yard quarterback in Jared Goff. You have a 1,000-yard running back in David Montgomery, and you have a 1,000-yard receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's incredible. And then you look at the defense. Alex Anzalone is a linebacker, number 34. This is what doesn't get talked about, is his tackles leads the team. He has 3 sacks on the year. He's got 129 tackles, one of the most in the NFL. Aiden Hutchinson, a rookie out of Michigan, we know what he did in college. He's got 11 and a half sacks on the year. That's going to be a key factor if they want to win against Brock Purdy and the 49ers. I trust the 49ers defense to get to Jared Goff, Amon St. Brown, David Montgomery. I mean, you talk about all those guys that they have. And I mean, you could go to Sam Laporta, Josh Reynolds, Jameson Williams. I trust them to get after those guys, right? I really do. But at the same time, it's like, wow, the Lions could actually win this thing. I don't think there's really an underdog in these playoffs. Is there? Is there that team that everyone's doubting? I think a lot of people love Detroit. I think a lot of people love San Francisco and the defense. Then you get to the AFC. Is it the Chiefs to lose? Yes. But you got the number one seed, and the Baltimore Ravens been the best team all year long based on paper. 3.5-point spread according to CBS Sports and 44.5 over under. It favors the Ravens. Lamar Jackson has over 3,000 yards. He's 8 yards per attempt, 7 interceptions, 24 touchdowns. 67.2 is his completion percentage, by the way. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Some bold takes, by the way, from CBS Sports. I want to read these, and let's share them real quick on the screen here. Pause that video playing in the background there. Let's see. Bold predictions, bold takes, right? Touchdown Tuesdays. What we do it this week? I got to double check with Mayhem Matthew. 2024 conference title game bold predictions. Pat Mahomes, Brock Purdy struggle with different results. That's interesting. That is very interesting. The first take is that the Ravens' number one defense will sack and turn over Patrick Mahomes multiple times. And they highlight Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton there. It says, this dogged unit, led by a pair of 2023 first-team All-Pros and middle linebacker Roquan Smith and safety Kyle Hamilton, ensures that Patrick Mahomes commits multiple turnovers and gets sacked multiple times in his toughest postseason test in 2 years. And they are taking the Ravens to win because look here, John Harbaugh becomes the first former Andy Reid assistant to defeat Big Red in the playoffs. Interesting. So they're taking the Ravens and they're saying they're going to get after Pat Mahomes. I mean, is this going to be like a Buccaneers Super Bowl 31-9? Is it going to be that bad for the Ravens and the Chiefs? It's very likely, according to what I'm reading. That's what I'm hearing, at least. Aiden Hutchinson erupts for 3 sacks of Brock Purdy. Okay. Let's keep reading at least these titles here. Christian McCaffrey becomes the first running back to break 100 yards against the Lions this season. That's a bold take right there because they've allowed the fewest in the league. That's crazy. Top 3 in the league in rushing yards allowed, yards per carry allowed. That's incredible. Brock Purdy throws his first interception of the postseason, but the 49ers still win. And you have to go back to the takes here that Christian McCaffrey could break 100 yards in this game. That's a bold take, but that's also they're pointing out, hey, Christian McCaffrey's the X factor in this game for the 49ers against the Lions. He's that dude. He's strong. The offensive line has improved so much over the past couple years with what Kyle Shanahan has done with the 49ers. That's incredible. That's good. You're good to go, right? By the way, the lines for these games are -4 Ravens and -7 for the 49ers. As far as what CBS Sports has put out. That's good. They talk about, I made this video yesterday. I think I uploaded it. I don't know. I made a walk in the park yesterday, but I wanted to make a video. I was in my car and I was thinking about this. And they said that because the saying that's been going around this year, and I'm sure it's been brought up many times in the past. Is it scripted in the NFL for the playoffs? So what do you guys think? I got to hear from you in the comments. We got some people watching. I don't see any live comments yet, but feel free to chime in on that because they say it's scripted. Oh, NFL's got the script. Not that it's rigged, not that it's fixed. It's like a storybook, right? You're telling a story with this season. But they also said that the colors of the Super Bowl logo. Let me look this up. Hold on. Super Bowl. I want to show you the logo. I want to show you the logo because it matches up so well for a 49ers and Ravens Super Bowl. Look at this. If it were based on the colors, now I'm not that guy that's like that. I don't buy into that. I believe if a team plays hard enough and they play good enough and they help their team win the game, that's it. There is no script in the NFL. But that's a theory that a lot of people have. And I heard that this week on the Spencer Graves show on 102.5 The Bull, Birmingham's country station. I heard that this week, and I'm like, are y'all kidding me right now? But then I thought about it. It's a good possibility, right? We don't know. I would like to believe there's not a script and that teams give it everything they got, and eventually the better team wins the game. Here's the logo. I'm going to share this. This is from CBS Sports 2, by the way. I don't want to this is not mine. Anyway, that's the logo. Now, think about the Ravens and the 49ers in that one, or even the Chiefs. That could be Chiefs, but you can't get Chiefs Ravens. So purple is set up, right, for the Ravens. So then it's got to be the 49ers if it's based off color. But then they were also talking on the bowl this week when they were talking about the Super Bowl. They were talking about what if it's not based on the colors, but it's all about ratings and everything. What if they want the Chiefs to repeat as champions because of the whole Taylor Swift thing? That's a good possibility. Like that, I mean, that could happen. But bottom line is this: for Super Bowl 58, would it surprise you no matter who makes it? The 49ers lose, the Lions go on. Would that surprise me? No. What if Mahomes loses? Well, he's struggled in playoffs before. But he's not broken. I mean, you had the 2021-22 season with Super Bowl 56. He lost in the AFC title game to the Bengals. Joe Burrow pulled it off. Can Lamar Jackson do the same? It's very possible. So, and again, my picks. Go ahead and throw my picks out there. I do think that the Ravens are a really good team. I do think that they've come so far to not give up. I think it's about teams of determination, though. I have a feeling, man, something's going to happen. Like all these teams are determined. They want it, right? They're here. They've come this far. They don't want to back out. My picks, if I'm a betting man, which I'm not even going to pick spread. I'm just going to pick winners. I'm not even going to call. Well, maybe I will call a score prediction here. Quote me on this. Keep it recorded and everything on the channel, and we'll go back and make sure I'm right or wrong. I'm going to say, let's start with the NFC, 49ers, Lions. I think it's a good defensive battle. I think it comes down to the wire. I don't see a lot of points. I want to say Lions get the W. They get the victory. But I'm going to call a really low-scoring game. Would you be surprised if it's 14-10? We had a Super Bowl Tom Brady, last one with the Patriots, it was 13-3. You had 16 points, right? In a Super Bowl. 14-10. 24 points in a title game. There's good defense in that one for the Lions. Now, I say the Lions advance. I'm also going to take the Chiefs. I love Mahomes. I can't pick against him in these games. I'm not doubting the Ravens, but I'm favoring Mahomes. Even though the top seed, but I mean, we've seen it many times, the top seed like do good, but we've also seen many times where they fall short, right? Favorite doesn't always make it. You had last year with the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles were the top seed. They were undefeated for a long time, and they kept winning and winning. They lost some games there at the end, but got in the playoffs, and they lost the Super Bowl. I got to go the Chiefs and the Lions. I'm not ready to give a score prediction on those on the Super Bowl yet. It's too early, but for the Chiefs-Ravens game, I'm going to say 27-24. I know I've called that score for college football games, but I could realistically see a shootout there. I don't know if it gets to the 30s though. I'm not that confident. I do see some good defense, but I think Mahomes makes a stand at the end of the game. Maybe a game-winning drive if he needs to. The Ravens defense is pretty good though, but I just have a gut feeling it's going to be the Chiefs and the Lions. You could get a Super Bowl 54 rematch. Remember Mahomes' first Super Bowl appearance and victory. Right? 49ers. Man. We'll see. Anyway, I think, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for these games. I'm excited for the channel. I'm excited for a lot of big things happening. God's doing big things in my life right now. He's working on me. You know, there's some things I'm going through just a little bit, but it's nothing too major. And I'm just going to trust him with everything and see how it all goes. But these should be two really good games. I like it. Chiefs, Lions. Who you got? It's at the 49ers, by the way, and it's at the Ravens. And there's talk about how will Mahomes do in an AFC title game for first time away from Arrowhead. Oh, man. That's good. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys. God bless you. Keep your head up. Jesus loves you. I love you. And I wish these teams the best of luck. Hope for some good games tomorrow. Again, this is Saturday, January 27th, 2024. It's 10:31 Central Time, and it's time to get out of here. I love y'all. God bless. From a Bucks fan, go Bucks. Alabama fan saying roll tide. We'll see you next time. I love y'all. Peace out.